Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence. I'm the mysterious JG. Things are going pretty well the last couple of videos. The Oda tried to attack us, which drew me into combat with them a little earlier than I anticipated the next round going. But it's all gone our way. We're very short on, like, everything. And this is a fast and loose way. I mean, it's not fast. This game never goes fast, unless you're losing. But yeah, like... if you look at the all clans and you look at like population, we are almost twice as big as the next group. Soldier-wise, same, like almost twice as big as the Mori. We got a crazy amount of officers, and like there's a few created officers in this, and they're very high quality, but it's not hundreds. But at this point, we've got like 3 times the officers. Well, no, that's more like 2 times the officers of any other force. But then when you look at their balance, like our income, best in the game. Our harvest, best in the game. Our actual supply, we're not last, but we're not, yeah, we're way down here. How about income? As I said, best in the game. Not as far ahead as I'd like to be. Gold, near the end. Oda's got less than we do, though. But that's the thing. Some of these guys, Zai and Date, they're fighting clans. The Mori, they're fighting clans. The Miyoshi, the Ashikaga in particular, they're not fighting anybody. So they just got gold piling up, which to me, that's stupid. Now, we don't have perfect knowledge of their castles, but unless all of these Miyoshi castles are like... Well, maybe they are, actually. Nope. They have a 2-story Tenshu, a stone gate, an earthen wall. They're not building better Tenshus. They're not building Baileys. What the fuck are they doing with all that money? Like, they could... Yeah, that's the kind of thing that, to me... It's probably... I might be... I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I shouldn't have let my cash get this low. But it's foolish to just have piles of cash that you're not spending in this game. You need to be developing your cities. Anyways... We won't get a chance to play with domestics for a few minutes, though, because there's war that has to be fought. I guess I decided that these guys aren't coming after us because I moved that unit to attack. And they're not. So I don't remember having made that call. But these 2 units could press on Inuyama Castle and really punish them. Could put Elvendretta up here, although I don't want her running out of food. But yeah, this might be a step too far. But if we took Inuyama Castle, that would really be a punishing blow to the Oda. That leaves them with 4 castles, one of which Gujo Hachiman is kind of... It's not going to be able to do anything for them. Ogaki's not a bad castle. Kiyosu Castle is kind of their main base at the beginning, and then Gifu is their main base now. Yeah, but there's no reason not to try, because these guys came up here, I thought, to help the Oda, but it really looks like they're just watching their border. Or that they maybe backed off because of the size of the force that's attacking the Oda.
Let's stop here.
This is foolish. She's just spending food and not accomplishing anything. She might as well be... Well, she'll pass by this castle and get the food back anyway, so... Nobunaga's Ambition. It's somebody in Kawanawari Sanada's unit is using it. It's not anybody's main thing, but I guess it's somebody's trait, not tactic. It's probably Kawanawari Sanada, that sneaky little monkey using Nobunaga tactics against Nobunaga. I love you, Kawanawari Sanada, but you're a kooky guy. Alright, let's see. He's got, like, super pull, so he's gonna be... Yeah, he's the pullingest pullster ever. And his trait is Nobunaga's Ambition. Well, what does Nobunaga's Ambition even do, actually? Lucky, hard to be captured. This ambition knows no bounds. I don't even know what it does. But it's got to be good. It's the trait of, like, the guy the game series is named after. He is tied with Natsuko Sasaki, who is a created officer, of course. And Yojiro Bayushi And he's just ahead of Grimmeth Reaper. All of them started with 100 and have had their pull increased. Shingen's got pull up to 105. I don't think he started at 100. Shingen, by the way, like, yeah, we got some good created officers. Shingen is over 100 in all but one area, where he's at 96. Shingen may be the most overall powerful officer in the entire game at this point, because he's got all this growth from being involved in all these battles. Alright, you know what? Fucking Asakura assholes. I want to send Elmendretta. She's not the most powerful unit we've got, although there's a big good chance for her to prove herself. She's got good range capabilities, which would be... I don't want him breaking this up. There we go. This may not be... I may not be able to do this after all. Because it looks like they're on the move. These guys are also coming up and getting froggy. I couldn't see their troop counts precisely, but I was right. They're not quite at 2,000.
Moving out.
So Elmendretta should be able to win a one-on-one. Yeah, Kaganori Asakura is not the most impressive officer ever. So as long as we,
Leave it to me.
it's just one-on-one. There's not going to be that many ways for them to outmaneuver me with only one unit against one unit. It tends to be you face off directly. Well, I mean, they've already snuck around somewhere I wasn't expecting. Oh, fuck, they did. Alright, I'll give them credit. They snuck up on me a bit. They're raising their attack. I would rather go ranged, but they don't seem to be allowing that. Okay, now they're slowing down.
Read our tactics.
So yeah, they stuck up on me a bit, and then they're charging. So let's get it out of the way to the extent that we can. I might have talked a little bit too much smack to start this thing off.
Yes.
Oh, they confused themselves. Well, that's it for them. No, range... Attack them! I didn't want you to stop attacking. Yeah, they made that more interesting than I expected to be. I always expected Elmendretta to lose most of her troops and have to withdraw and fighting a unit that's the exact same size as her. She wasn't going to get like 3-to-1 advantage. But that was closer than it should have been. They did kind of give me a little bit of a surprise there. So Elmendretta, good job. You basically, she prevented them from...
Let's go back to base.
She prevented them from breaking up the attack on Nagoya Castle. I don't know what these guys are up to, but it may be no longer advisable for us to try to take Inuyama. We have enough troops to beat the walls, but only if we don't get in any combat. Or if we get in combat and it's outside the castle, we win and then we wreck the walls. But it's starting to feel like it might be just a good idea to go back to the original plan of just grabbing Suamori and Nagoya. And, of course, Naiki. And just leaving it at that. Because if these guys come over and interfere, and they are kind of moving oddly, it is going to be difficult to take anything with them. Nagoya Castle says they'll surrender. This battle's our win. You know, at this point, we also captured officers who probably won't join us, but... Yeah, these guys just avoided any combat. How many guys did you capture? And is it anyone? 8 prisoners. We might get an officer out of that. Let's back out. Let's not push our luck here. We're gonna have to assign officers to all these castles, and we didn't get the Saito officers back yet because we keep Lethal's unit hasn't had a chance to back off. It's attacking. So we'll see if getting these guys out of here will slow things down. Oh, something's happened at the capital. The 13th Shogun of the Muromachi Shogunate, Yoshiteru Ashikaga, did everything he could in an attempt to reverse the decline of the Shogunate's power brought on by the Onin War. Eventually, Yoshiteru's actions could no longer go unnoticed by Hisahide Matsunaga of the Miyoshi, a clan which aimed to manipulate the Shogunate while expanding its own power in central Japan. However, an incident finally broke out. Hisahide led troops to surround the imperial palace in an effort to slay Yoshiteru. Lord Yoshiteru Ashikaga, forgive me, I must take your life. Hisahide, to think he would resort to such treachery. I suppose he can't stand letting my actions go any longer. So be it, but my life does not come cheap. Yoshiteru pulled out the numerous swords of note passed down from shogun to shogun and jammed them into the tatami mats around him. Rejoice in your fortune, mercenaries. My blade is the blade of the shogun, the leader of the warrior class. My style is that passed on my master, Okuden Tsukahara, Ichi no Tachi. Die by this sword and boast to the demons in hell. The Miyoshi soldiers charging at Yoshiteru would cut down one after another. But whenever his blade dulled, he pulled out another sword from the tatami and kept on fighting. Meanwhile, at the camp surrounding the palace. It is not I who killed Yoshiteru, oh no. It was Yoshiteru himself, paying no mind to the motions of the world, acting in futility only to fulfill his own ambition. Neither the shogunate nor the swords will be needed in the world to come. All that awaits one who fails to notice that is death. But one must wonder just how many daimyo realize the coming of this new world. Reporting, my lord, Yoshiteru Ashikaga has fallen. Finally dead, is he? How did he meet his end? Our men surrounded him with tatami as shields, then slew him. He was more stubborn than I thought, yet the image of such a master being overwhelmed by mere grunts before dying. What a fitting death for that fool. And so, the 13th Shogun, who had worked so hard to restore the Shogunate's power, Yoshiteru Ashikaga, died. The Shogunate became a puppet of the Miyoshi clan and lost its independence. Hisahide Matsunaga, however, the man behind the incident, ended up defeated in a battle for authority within the Miyoshi clan and disappeared. The capital and its surroundings fell into chaos. Now, Hisahide is an interesting character. But the Ashikaga clan was eliminated by the Miyoshi clan, which is actually what gave, I think, Nobunaga kind of his initial, like the son or nephew or somebody of this dead guy came to the Oda for help. Of course, at this point, the Oda were more powerful at this point in real Japan history than they are now because of me fucking around and attacking the Oda. But they came to the Oda for help, and that provided Nobunaga the justification to march on Kyoto without inviting attack from all sides. Was to restore the rightful shogun after the Miyoshi had screwed everything up. The assassination of Shogun Yoshiteru Ashikaga threw the Muromachi shogunate into disarray. Yoshiteru's younger brother, Yoshiaki, asked the daimyos of the nation for help in rebuilding the shogunate. However, now that the shogun had lost its power, no daimyo stepped in to help. Oh, they're about to talk about exactly what I was saying. Just as Yoshiaki was beginning to give up, one daimyo answered his call. It was no other than Nobunaga. It's Nobubaba's ambition. It was no other than Nobunaga Oda of Owari. A guy who things are going really well for, and he's in a great position to just do whatever he wants. He's got no problems at all. Protecting Lord Yoshiaki from the rebels will provide me with a virtuous reason to go to the capital. All that's left is to mobilize the troops. Nobunaga, who had been waiting vigilantly for a chance to travel to the capital, accepted Yoshiaki's request and began gathering his troops in Kyoto. What troops? What danger? So I've gained the statesman trait. Let the nation know my might.
Your orders?
Templar.
Reporting in.
We have Naiki Castle surrounded by a force of 10,000. It's only a matter of time, bitches.
Here's last month's balance.
Spent more than we made, but I didn't have to sell any food, so that's nice.
Reporting in.
Quite a few people have gathered in Minoa Castle. Quite a few people have gathered at Tokado Castle. Rumor has it the Yoshiaka Ashikaga of Oda clan is discontent. So he's like, please come rescue me. Yes, we will rescue you. All right, I'm about to defect to you if I'm given any opportunity to do so. All that training is paid off. Guy needs a level head. It seems a Ronin or two on her land. Just incredible. His loyalty is super low. Here's the thing about Yoshiaki Ashikaga. He wasn't exactly a wonderful ally to Nobunaga. Nobunaga intended to use him as a puppet shogun, which is how it had always worked. But like as soon as Nobunaga rescued him, he started plotting against people to kill Nobunaga. Like he wanted to be his own boss, which is just not. It just wasn't in the cards for him. Well, what is unique about him that we can actually track him down? Or can I just find him this way? Yeah. So his loyalty, my Liege Nobunaga and I have different views of the nation. Yeah, here's the thing, and you'd expect this. This guy who was supposed to become shogun, if he's working for anyone else, he's obviously got this high required loyalty because he doesn't think he's good enough to work for anyone. I'm surprised it's not 15. And of course, Matsuhide, who thinks he'll get along well with his master until he decides to murder him. But that hasn't happened yet. So his scores, his political and intelligence are high, but he's no good at all in a fight. He collaborated with Nobunaga, but quickly changed his mind. His fight against Nobunaga ended in defeat, and Kyoto became Nobunaga's. Just because I think it'll be funny, let's see if we can actually get him to leave the clan. It's not a good time for me to be wasting money, but let's get Elmendreda the Avatar. She's... Oh, I was being stupid. I misidentified which column was which. I don't want her. She's an overseer. The guy who would be just very slightly better, for whatever reason, Hanbei's not an overseer. He should be doing this. Let's see if we can actually get him to leave the clan. Very well, I'll go have a secret meeting with Yoshiaka Ashikage, get some good persuading done. See if I... Because the Oda history is not going to play out anyway, but it'd be funny if we dislodged it by removing the shogun from their clan. Meantime, we've got bases that are going to need lords. I'm assuming until we get the... Oh, wow. Everybody's happy. Yoshijiro Bayushi's happy? He's never happy. That guy's always griping because he's got a very high required loyalty, and he's... Oh, does he have the veteran officer of the clan thing kicked in now? Yeah, okay, that'll help. So he's been with the clan long enough to get the +1 just from being with the clan a long time. Agrees his master's way of doing things. Talk to the clan is getting stronger every day. Those are... Can never remember which one's which, but... If he stops being lord of a castle, he will drop down below 20, but... Yeah, he's finally... I think I'll get along well with my master. It's good we can do what we want. I can agree with my master's way of doing things. Proud to be a veteran. Proud to be in the Bearcat, where at least I know I'm free. And it's weird for me to be singing the song, because it's not really considered something about progressives. Alright, so we'll back off. We do, like I said... Okay, we need to get some lords going. We also got some Ronin to pick up. That'll cost us a few bucks. So I'm kind of assuming this guy's already a lord somewhere else. They're just offering a bunch of people. Oh, he's not a very good pole officer, but let's give Hanzo his own ninja castle. Maybe Hanzo and oh, that'd be cool if Hattori Hanzo and Vulture Bronco, who loves ninjas, they could become like ninja bros. Where is he now? He's in Tsuchisaki, so we certainly don't need... He's been marching with Nobunaga, with Shingen, which is cool. But we certainly don't need him there. As you command. You know, and this guy... He's surprisingly satisfied working for us, but he used to be the lord of his own force. It's probably appropriate for him to be lord of a castle now. Alright, Almondred, well, you're an overseer. We'll get Mazuyuki to do it instead. And we do want to scope out this castle as well. There's construction stuff I should try to be... Oh, you know what? Let's expand. How much is that? Gold-wise. Because we got multiple castles that can expand. So I'll have to figure out what I want to do with that one. Specialty, I think, is better with commerce, because you can build a rice dealer, if I remember correctly. But I don't trust that I do, so let's actually check. Trader, make it just conscripts. Castle fair, suitable for crafts. Gold income, suitable for crafts. Maybe it is agricultural, special fair, gold income, population increase. That's with specialty. So we want special fair. Whatever gives us that. But I didn't figure out... Okay, I thought I could figure it out from there. I didn't figure out what gives you special fare. Castle fair and trader, commercial, special fair and weavered agricultural. So it is agricultural. I was wrong with my guess. Rice dealer was something else. Landmark, maybe. Too bad, it's better for crafts. Doesn't have a very good crafts aptitude. Am I sure I did that right? Jeez, I'm getting paranoid now. Oh, rice exchange is from Fountain. Okay. Yeah, special fair to agriculture. All right. So it's a better district for commerce than agriculture, but we're going to get a better facility. So we will go ahead and make it commerce. I mean agriculture. And we'll let you do it. I didn't see how much money that was. We started with like... Ooh, that was a lot. I probably need to... Yeah, I need to... Oh. I didn't use all the labor. But I'll wait and expand. I don't normally want to wait at all to expand. I want that to happen right away, but we're going to wait because we just don't have money right now. We got kind of a lot going on. I think the game is telling me to sell food by putting that little icon up by the... So this is Ninja Castle, right? Hattori Hanzo? Alright. Vulture Bronco, you're going to be part of Ninja Castle. Now we got Hamamatsu Castle, which is a really good castle with an unusually low number of dudes working there. So we'll pull some guys out of... Yeah, we got some crap officers sitting around in Sunpu Palace. Who's leading troops when we march out of there? Motonobu Akabe, he's okay. We'll pull some middling officers out of there. Just so that, you know, Hamatsu Castle can actually have people to do things. Although it's the castle itself is already developed, so there's not really that much to be done by the officers who are there. So somebody with some pole skills, because that's not Vulture Bronco's specialty. You may be the lord of that castle. Let's pull... we got Froxus here, so we don't need Yukitaka. Unless he's the lord and his loyalty's going to drop from this. He's doing road work. I think I just moved her there too. I wonder if I made her lady of that castle. Oh well. Yeah, I end up having these cities that just have some garbage officers in them. He's doing diplomacy. We could put someone else on that, but... Oh. Moving some really mediocre... Because the officers with decent pull just get pulled into these long-term projects. Probably should. This is fun, but I shouldn't have put Hanzo and Vulture Bronco in the same castle, because it'd be more useful if they were like splitting up and doing... Oh, here we go. I don't know why you're not the overseer over there, but you'll be the overseer over here now. Alright, we got no money to spend. They're trying to tell me to sell food. Then I'm just a little worried about the Uesugi getting froggy. Although, you know what? It's June. I sold...
What would you like?
Sold that much.
Thank you very much.
That might give me enough to do this expand district. I hate waiting for these. Could do a Cargoman here, which would just benefit this thing, which is at level C. So they're basically selling that food. I was thinking I could use my labor, but then I was like, nah, I'll just use it to build it. Oh, yeah, labor is actually down to 0. So that was kind of perfect in its own sick and twisted way. All right, guys, we're calling it yet another video. We got one more castle we're going to take from the Oda before this particular offensive thrust is over. We got... it's a waste of gold when I have no gold to waste. Excuse me. But I'm tickled by the idea of bringing the Shogun into our force as a subordinate officer by snatching him away from the Oda. We'll get Nike Castle before the next turn is out, and the Oda should not have enough... I'm not expecting them to have the force necessary to launch a serious counterattack. I think we just beat them back and punish them for their offense. When Lethal gets back to base, we'll have the entire Saito officer corps, so we'll have a video worth of me distributing them around to where we've got gaps. And yeah, if we can keep things quiet with the Uesugi, I'm probably going to ignore these castles because I got the Saito. I was just thinking I'd grab them while my troops were up there. But no, like the next time we get food and I'm a little bit more economically viable, the next thing we do is take out the Oda. Probably have to get Nagashima Castle just so it's not sitting there on our flank. And there's really 2 roads to get to Kyoto. We can go marching right through... It's not the Ishikawa clan. It's by Goemon working for them. We can march through the Rokkaku. And probably have to fight the Miyoshi. Definitely have to fight the Miyoshi because they hold Nijo Palace. We can take out the Rokkaku. We'll probably get some interference from these guys, but I think we can just kind of fight them off and ignore them. But no, our main threat is going to be the Miyoshi clan. And I would probably want to take out the Hisahide just because they're... Well, honestly, they're at war with us right now. But that'll wear out. Once the Oda are destroyed, like, they don't really have a reason to fight us. But I think we just want to get rid of them. So it'll be just a general push west. The Asakura I can probably ignore, but the Hisahide and the Ashina, or Rokkaku, excuse me, have to go. And then we'll concentrate on taking Kyoto. That'll trigger the last cinematic. I believe it will also likely trigger an anti-Takeda alliance. And at that point, it depends if the Miyoshi or the Uesugi are the leader of the alliance. Because whoever the leader of the alliance is, we want to attack them, like, immediately. So leave enough here to kind of defend ourselves, but start moving our best war officers up into these cities. Where I've been trying to get them to where they have good troop counts, but it's kind of tricky. We may be back on our old tactic of having, like, big armies marching out of Tsuchikisaki and some of these other places down here. Sunpu Palace is far, but if we put a really good officer in charge there, you know, Hamamatsu Castle took some losses, jeez. Well, I mean, that's because their troops are out in the field. It's not like they only have 314 troops left total, but... Yeah, but, no, I mean, long-term strategy, we got to take Kyoto, and then I think then we try to vanquish the Uesugi. And by the time we've done that, it's not impossible that we'll be given the chance to do the warband victory. We probably need to keep expanding in all directions. Like, if we could take out the Uesugi, then, like, logically, I would, like, consolidate this area, just so we just don't have, you know, potentially hostile powers sitting around. But, like, if I'm just trying to attack whoever's the most powerful at any given time, to leave nothing but weaklings as we gobble up enough cities to get... It'll probably be take Kyoto. By then, we'll be fully engaged with the Miyoshi. So take them out and the Uesugi in whatever order seems most natural once the time comes. And then, I guess, we could engage the Date? Actually, the smart move, the smart move after we take out the Uesugi is just to... Because we need a certain number of cities. We probably just start picking off the little wimpy clans. Or, I don't remember if in the warband having vassals counts. But if it does, I think we just start just making these clans submit. And then we're good to go. Did I save the game? I think I did. I think I saved, but I'm going to save again because now I'm not sure. No, that's it. That's the save. Okay. So when we come back next time, guys, well, we'll sack one more castle, and then I'm probably going to have a video of domestics, but we'll see. Bye-bye.